We both had 25 pounds, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, like
won it?
25.6. We had like 25.4 or something like that.
Yes.
We were right. Yeah.
What won it that year?
Pontoon with 31.
Oh yeah, the cheaters.
Pontoon.
Oh, you mean the cheaters that we all said were cheaters, and we tried to warn. We weren't the only ones. Everyone said that, and we tried to warn every tournament director. And what happened? I told everyone, the best fisherman that ever lived on Rayburn and Toledo, that ever lived times a million. No one ever came close to these. Mike Metcalf couldn't hold a candle to these guys. Never heard of again after about 2 or 3 years.
No, after that year.
No, they won. They won for 2 years. Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
No, not this tournament. They won
No, what
tournaments
I'm
for 2
telling
years.
you, what I'm telling you, no, they didn't.
They won for 2 years.
It was all in the same year.
Nope. Nope.
Same year.
They won. They won.
The year before, listen to what I'm listening to tell you. Because I
You
know.
listen.
No.
You was.
The year,
Home and Z.
But what you eating?
I'm hungry. The year before, in these June, they got third or fourth place bass champs. Okay. The very next year, that January, listen, hang on.
That's 2
Listen.
years.
That's 2 years. They cheated. They cheated for third.
Dude, I get it.
That's my point. They cheated for 2
And
years.
then they went on Toledo and said they caught him. They saw him schooling in January. He
They
caught 30
cheated
something
for
pounds.
2 years. I'm not saying they won every tournament they cheated. They cheated sometimes in such
Well,
so
I
bad that
kind
they
of
couldn't even make money.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you. Yes, 2 years.
They
Sorry.
cheated
yes,
the system for 2 years, and not one person, like when we called up there, and we weren't the only ones. I mean, it was rampant the amount of phone calls got about these guys. And I said, they already cheated on the Haney that they won, and I said, mark my words, when this is all said and done, if they're smart, you will never hear of these guys ever again. And just like that, vanished, never heard of again. Best fisherman to ever walk the earth for 2 years, vanished, and you never heard him again. And what pisses me off, and I'll even bring up game wardens too. What pisses me off is it's all there for them to see, and no one really tries that hard to catch them. That's what makes me mad.
I can't believe there's no hot sauce in this house.
You know what I'm saying?
Tabasco, no.
Like, you know when people,
Texas red.
hey, you know when people find like
I got some
these cages out there,
slap your
and they're
mama.
like, hey, why don't you, instead of taking them up, like put a surveillance
Pretty
on them or
high.
something? No one ever does. They all just, well, take it up. I'm like, well, all you're doing is taking it up so they can put it out somewhere else.
So Holman,
Like, no one actually goes out there and like tries to catch these guys. And this, dude, $50,000 is not enough to go try to catch someone. Is that not enough money
I
apparently?
thought it would be.
It should be.
I mean, I think $1,000 should be.
I saw a fish cage on Arkansas River. Did you see that one, Holman?
Dude, that's a bunch
Oh, I
of
didn't see a
rednecks,
fish
man.
cage.
You didn't see a fish
Oh,
cage?
oh.
But I had a real weird conversation with a local loading up at the boat ramp one day. There was these guys catfishing at the basin.
Yeah.
They were throwing their casting nets in, and this Indian guy come down there, and he was talking to this other guy. He was telling me he was from
Man,
some
that smells good. What is
That does
that?
smell good.
South Texas, red beans and rice.
That's what it
Man,
smells
smells
like.
good.
Let me try some of that slap yo mama. Is it really hot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
warm.
good.
No,
though.
it's Star Lake though. There was a
That'll
fish
work for hot
cage.
sauce. won't it?
Starlight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
Star
that
Lake.
Canadian?
No, on the Arkansas River. No, Star Lake's in.
I apologize.
Anyway,
Holman.
he was
I
like-
don't-
How
I
do you
wouldn't-
not know where
he was-
Star Lake
He
is?
said they're putting all their fish in baskets and getting ready
Do
for
some
the tournament.
research.
That's what he told that other guy.
He
goes,
said what?
Are y'all fishing a tournament? I said, yeah. He goes, I don't know nothing about them tournaments. And the guy standing next to him, this Indian guy, goes, yeah, man, they're putting all their fish in the baskets getting ready for the tournament, aren't you? We know what you guys are doing. It's like, nobody put no damn fish in the basket. Oh,
Well, I tell you this.
Well, these boys are
The
good.
other day, this buddy of mine that I know.
You're not gonna say
We
his name?
talked. No, not gonna say his name.
Yeah, buddies.
A couple, not very many, but a couple.
That ain't me.
Anyway, he ran into a buddy of his.
The
Now,
buddy's
this-
buddy.
this is
a
yeah,
buddy's buddy.
yeah, okay, buddy's buddy. This
And I believe 100%. We was talking about him earlier. I believe 100% what he said. He was at the gas station, and he was sitting there getting gas. And his buddy of his walks over there. He's like, "Hey man, you fishing in that tournament this weekend? Outlaw?" He's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Man, you see that guy over there?" And he was pulling off. He said, "Come over here, wanting to know if I want to buy 8-pounder for the tournament tomorrow." He said, "Was trying." He goes, pulled it out, showed it to him. Said, "Here." He goes, "I got an 8-pounder." He said, "You want to buy it for a tournament tomorrow?" I'm sure it goes on all the time.
Listen, there has been numerous times where people are like, have said, you're talking about general public that has no clue about anything. Obviously, he knows a little bit more. That dude probably wants to eat because he's about to go home and eat that 8-pounder.
Yeah.
That guy ain't fishing the tournament.
That guy wasn't.
He's just trying to make $20.
No, but okay.
You needed
Right.
some meth.
But so how many? That's exactly right. But how many? I'm not saying every guy
How
out
many
there.
people-
I'm not.
How many
I'm
people
talking about.
would consider that? I'd say about 1%.
Yeah.
I'd say
Okay.
1%.
I wouldn't. I
And we
wouldn't
know
say
that,
over
and
that.
we know who that 1% is.
Sure.
Well, I would even say less than 1%.
You know, I've never had anybody offer me that shit before.
I would say,
Ever.
what?
To sell a fish.
Not
or-
sell one, but man, I've had people on the bank like, man, you need one like this, don't you? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. You know, like,
I've had Collinger say, like, I bet you wish you had this one.
yeah,
don't you?
well, that's when I want to knock them out.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
Cut the boat real hard.
I'm like,
fast and
I'm like, yeah,
drop
of
it.
course,
Yeah.
Did you fall out?
Oh, you mean I don't want to catch a 4-pounder? Yeah, you're right. I'm just trying to catch 2-pounders. No,
I've had
but
some really good Colligers, though. that
I've
weren't
had good
like
ones. I've had good ones in all my, so in every open, I've had good ones.
that. Ugh, what are you drinking, Holman? Really?
They,
That's interesting.
But yeah, I mean, the deal. I'll say this about the guys that we know have cheated and the guys that have got caught.
Yeah.
They weren't buying. They were out there catching them,
Sure.
and then cheating. Because
They were. Yeah.
I don't think it goes. I think it goes on a lot less these days than
I think it
did.
goes on a lot more
10
than what
years.
you think.
I think it does too.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. Because I think the ones that cheat, they don't ever cheat to get first. They cheat to get second or third.
Think
or
what's his
fourth.
name from down there at Zapata?
But he's got caught.
Okay, look, Todd, I realize
That's why
he got greedy. That's the reason he
Okay,
got caught.
but-
Listen, I don't think a lot. I think a lot of
Which
the,
one was that one?
Timothy Griffin.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah.
He called it years ago. Well, Russell called it too. I don't have to put this in there, Russell, but I mean, he called it.
Yeah, I know.
He said, "Hey Todd, who is this guy?" Because you were doing good in Bass Champs, and I'm like, "Hey," and I went around. I don't know what happened. And I'd be calling him. I'm like, "Where you at?" He's like, "Dude, I'm in 3rd place." And like the tournament's about over, and then all of a sudden he'd be like, "What? What do you mean 4th place?" Like Jason's like, thinking the tournament's over, and he's like, it'd be like he'd be coming 4th.
with 4 fish. Oh.
No. You would come in 4th. Like his place, like Jason's like, I'm pretty sure I got 3rd. And then all of a sudden, they start calling out and he'd be in 4th. Right? Because there would be like 2 people left to weigh in. He's like, yeah, I pretty much got this. Well, it happened to you twice.
Yeah, but
And that's
I
what,
was
like,
saying,
threw up red
the guy
flags.
would. Yeah, but the
I
red
know,
flag, the guy
but
would bring in 4 fish.
It didn't
I would
register
think
to
that-
Jason until it was like, wait a minute, the tournament's basically over, and the same guy keeps on being the last guy to weigh in and keeps on bumping Jason. But he would never win the tournament, he'd come in 2nd or 3rd, and he would only weigh in 4. And Jason's like, massive red flag, right? And then he was like, wait a minute, this guy comes from Zapata, Texas to fish a Bass Champs on Rayburn, comes in the top 5 every time with 4, and is the last to weigh in. Because he's got 5, and he's sitting there going, how do I not win this thing? Let me weigh in these 4, make a bunch of money. Usually wins big bass,
Usually wins.
and shows up the morning of the tournament.
Yeah, he beat
Doesn't
me.
come here the night before.
He did win at
No, he
I
caught
want
big
to
bass.
say he beat me and Matsubu in the Amistad one time, and because we got either 2nd or 3rd,
They miscalculated that one.
and I want to say he won it, and he won it by himself. Didn't have anybody with him.
Well, he got caught. Well, he didn't get caught, but
Yeah.
he caught it on Falcon. He caught a 10-7 the weekend before,
It was
and
good.
had it all over social media or something. He wins big bass
That
the
day,
next week
the first day of the tournament. It was
with a
championship.
10-6. So they gave him. That's all he weighed in. I think it was that one fish or something like that. I can't remember. Anyways, they gave him a lie detector test, and he didn't fail it. He
Kept
just couldn't
falling
stay
asleep.
awake.
Yeah, kept falling asleep.
He kept falling asleep. Because it's tiring up in there. They said he just kept falling asleep during the polygraph, which is obviously took some sleep.
That's good.
And then after that, you never heard from him.
Now he doesn't fish no more.
Yeah.
All these guys, you never hear when something happens like that, you don't hear from
The
them.
only one
again.
I ever remember is Robbie Rose, and it wasn't it Robbie Rose.
Man, he will go down in history as the all-time, like, I don't know how to say this,
Best, worst,
most
cheater.
hated.
Yeah,
Like like when it
by
happened,
far the most.
like
hated.
he had to move.
Yeah.
There's no way he could live in Texas anymore.
Changed his name.
Was he the one that stuffed the 1 pound
Yeah.
weight down the fish's
Yeah, there was
throat and
a-
it sank
yeah,
to the
no.
bottom?
Yeah, it was in Bud Light's tournament. It was in what
It
you
was
call
Big Fish.
not
Big Fish.
Brian
It was
Davis. They called the game wardens up, and when the game wardens came up, Brian told me the whole deal. They said we're gonna do.
We're gonna cut the fish open if you don't come clean. He said, "No, don't cut the fish open. Here, give it here." And he massaged it and pushed the weight out. And then as soon as he done it, he turned around, walked off, and they called the game warden and done all the.
And he never heard from him again. He beat Russell in a tournament.
He beat everybody. in the tournaments.
Yeah, but
Everybody.
Russell's stories are so funny about how he got beat by him. I got cheated out of 2 tournament wins on Livingston by the. I was young, man, just fish. I didn't find out about this till 10 years later. Till me and Russell, man, he was like, "Oh, those were cheaters." I said, "Really?" Well, it's a husband and wife, and we came in second in the Bass and Bucks. Dude, I was just high school.
Huh?
Golds. I know who their
Yeah.
names are. I was just
They're from up there in Trinity.
yeah. So we go in and we're basically winning this tournament, and then there's a husband and wife team weigh in, and they had 20 pounds, buzz baiting the dam, and I was like, whatever, And so I was like, and then find out later they got caught cheating. They were caught cheating in tournaments and stuff. So I missed that one, and then Brad, I forgot his name, Osmus and Harry Thomas, whatever. They never got caught cheating, but they followed them one time, and then they won tons of tournaments around Rayburn, and then they put a guy followed them, and they said, "Are you gonna follow this whole tournament?" They said, "Yeah," and so they packed their stuff up, and I don't think they ever fished another tournament. But they got me on Livingston. I had big bass on Livingston. Next bass boats. We came in second or third again. I had big bass. They were the last ones to weigh in. They weighed in 1 fish, 7.5 pounder. Ain't been a 7.5 pounder in like 20 years on Livingston. Dead. And there he is up there, one of them with a cigar in his mouth. And I'm like, the fish is like yellow. And I'm like, that dude didn't catch 1 fish, 1 7.5 pounder on Livingston. Those are the same guys. Like, I just got cheated on a big bass. So we got cheated a bunch out there. But none of those guys really ever get caught. They just get like
They just kind
pressured.
of dissolve.
They get pressured, and when they get pressured enough, you just never hear from them again.
Speaking of like people we never hear from, what was that guy's name from Del Rio that fished the tour for a little while? Young kid.
Austin Terry?
Yeah, where's he at?
He's still I saw him on social media and
I
stuff.
haven't
He
seen
still
him.
fishes some local tournaments and stuff. And
There was another one that disappeared. Dustin Geis.
Justin
Grice.
Grice.
Yeah, he used to travel with
Tut.
Tut.
Yeah, he came in second to
Mhm.
Denny Brower on Toledo Bend.
Yep.
Throwing,
I haven't seen him in
throwing,
like
yeah, but
years.
you know what he was throwing?
Well,
What would you be throwing to what do people throw back around that time that people came out of nowhere and started doing good in tournaments?
oh, umbrella.
Well, you travel with Tut. That was where
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I love the bedroom commentator. I'm going to go join
Because
you.
Hey,
you just
hey.
said.
I can still be on live and be in here.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
apparently.
Holman, can you turn your hotspot on real quick?
Yeah,
Can I steal it real quick?
absolutely.
Yeah, but I never heard from him again either. Like he was fished like the next year or two.
I talked to Tut about it, and Tut said he became a hunting guide, and he makes bank as a hunting guide, and that's all he does anymore.
Shoot, man, all the power to him. I would too.
I got another one for y'all. What about Derek Wolf?
Who?
Who?
Charlie won.
All right, I got it.
What's his dad? What's his dad do?
Out on the moon.
How in the moon? I gotta go to bed before I eat something else.
That's ridiculous.
Eating like that?
Look at all. What you gonna do tomorrow?
Probably eat.
How you gonna flip grass? For the
Probably,
sandwich?
probably eat that shit.
You're gonna be out there one-handed flipping it.
Look at how good that grass looks. Every time I snag it, I'll
Chewing.
probably take a bite.
How much? You got a case of that? There you
Gum?
go.
I
No
need it.
doubt.
I need to go to bed.
You are in bed.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like y'all are in here talking to me.
Well, you're in here talking to us.
We haven't talked to him once.
In there. And look at Sir Russell. I mean, you're joining in, I can join in too.
I can join in too. There's been a lot of guys, man. You hear, I don't even want to mention the name because it's not bad. They just kind of like, just don't hear from them. I would like to look at a Bass and Bucks. And I bring up Bass and Bucks.
Sure.
But that was the biggest tournament we had 10 years ago, right? I'd like to look at a Bass and Bucks then and like say a Bass Champs now and see how many guys,
Still fish.
yeah, how many you
10%.
think?
Still fish. You're lucky. I think. Probably 10.
I'd love to see that.
10.
10%.
Yeah, I think 10 or 15.
Dude, that's 200, so 20 teams.
Is what?
Were you
20
fishing
teams
10
what?
years ago?
Yeah. Let's get my butt handed to me.
10
Every
years
time.
ago was what, 2010? I know, we won our first Bass and Bucks in 2006. Me and Brent.
I started fishing.
So
09.
Brent's still, 09? Brent's still fishing. Andrew fished. You fished stuff back in 2010, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah,
I know he's
fish-
barely back, but he's still relevant. Well, we're talking about people face
No, I know.
fall off the
Yeah.
fish. So Rambo and Clark,
Matsubu.
Albert, Matsubu, Boware, McCall's here. But
Alan.
McCall was fishing with all the shivers. Dude, none of the shivers fish anymore, do they?
No.
Steve. I say all his name, man. I like that guy too. What's his name? Steve. They catch him. You liable to win this thing because they catch him.
Moorhead.
Moorheads.
Moorheads. And Alan Moore.
Alan Moore.
Yeah, they've always call him. There's actually a little crew there in Lufkin that
Yeah.
They
Was
kinda
Branham?
rotate.
Was Branham? Was Branham? Branham was here 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Ricky Guy.
I would say Dickey, but Dickey doesn't really.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna at least throw in Dickie.
Glenn Freeman.
Glenn Freeman.
He still rolls over here sometimes.
Was Pinkston had to have been here 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, Pinkston's been here for a while.
Okay.
Jason Wells.
Jason. I don't see
Yeah,
Jason
but
Wells
Wells
fishing anymore.
don't
But
fish
Joe
anymore.
Wells.
He doesn't fish anymore?
I haven't seen him in a
Really?
while.
Well, his partner still does. I've seen his
Who?
partner a couple
Who?
times. The guy from St. Augustine. I can't remember his name, but I mean,
Old
it
school
was
one,
his
Larry
old team
Cotton.
partner.
Oh,
Larry
Larry
Cotton.
Cotton. He
But
fished
Larry-
with Ricky.
Debradino then still.
Yeah, Debradino.
Who?
Chris.
Chris.
But like you were saying, there is a little crew right there in Lufkin, but it's all
It's that old
associated
child
around.
race tackle.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Alan
There.
and
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Marshall.
Dean,
he doesn't run these tournaments.
Dean, what the hell? Jared Dean.
Yeah, Jared Dean.
There's a lot of other guys. I'd have to look at the
Ben
list.
Bond.
Ben Vaughn.
Ben
Ben,
Vaughn.
they've won some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've won some stuff.
Oh, Salamoni's see, I don't know. Is he fit? Salamoni's partner. I can't remember his name now. He used to fish for Salamoni. They won some tournaments too. I know. I saw him this year. Ex-cop. I'm drawing a blank. I can't believe I can remember this many people's names to begin with.
Isles.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Damian. Shook.
Stevens not.
Yeah,
Dude, I think Stevens straight up guiding or something. I didn't.
he's
not,
making that guarantee.
I did
money.
not call him
Yeah.
back today.
You didn't.
I told him I was going to call him today.
Guiding in that shop, man.
Yeah, the shop's
that
keeping
shop's
him
probably
super busy.
Keeping him busy.
There are some guys that have fallen off that you don't ever see.
I mean, you
the
think about the
Deerman.
guys.
I mean, Slade Dearman used to fish like what 10 years? Was it 10 years
No,
ago or
it was
15
way
years
over
ago?
10. It was 15.
Yeah, was it 15?
It was like he was
05, 06.
Harold. No, does Harold still fish?
Alan? I know he does a Rayburn all the time. No, he's still yeah, he's
I
still
haven't seen
fishing.
him. Have you? You
He
seen him?
this
fishes
year?
with that
Not
kid.
this
He
year.
fished with a last year
but
or
that
the
kid
year
just
before.
had a baby like last month or something, so that might have thrown something into it. But
I'm telling you, you add up the name, and I guarantee it's about 20, 25 names.
No, I think it's more.
Ain't much.
Yeah, I
more.
think we've said more than 20.
Okay, maybe 30.
what about the 30? Like,
I think we can get more if we started looking at lists.
You might.
well, you got some young kids over there from Toledo that have been jumping in at Rayburn.
Yeah, but 10, I don't know if they were here 10 years ago.
10, yeah.
But see, I
That's
think.
what we're saying.
But here's the deal.
7,
Everyone you
yeah.
said 10 was probably almost all of them were here. Probably 15 still.
Well,
Because
yeah.
I've been here now 15, and so I guarantee you, every one of those guys we named, except maybe.
Well, heck,
maybe,
Danny and I, like when we were still in high school, we were fishing
That's what I'm
bass
saying.
bass champs, and that was 05, 04.
Yeah, I think
All
my
the
first
ones that we
ones
just named
were
is
04.
over 10, well over 10, except for me.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like there is none that is in that 10 year and like 10 to 8 probably 10 to 7.
It's either
Nothing
past
gets
it. Well,
Yeah.
there might be guys we just don't know. Like they might fit, and this is no disrespect. And like I said, you can start looking at a list, and I'd probably be able to pick. I mean, it don't matter. We're probably not putting this on there, but I think that
Here, there's one
you
way to
gotta
look at it.
win though. You gotta win some or do something to like stand out a little bit. I think it's the problem with it now is there's so many tournaments. I don't think there's you got to win more than once. And I think if you don't
Justin
win,
Morton, Randy Turner.
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's the list of guys.
Does Lowry?
Philip Crillia. They've
Once
been
in a while.
going for 10.
Yeah, he's been gone.
I'd probably say
TJ,
Phil,
yeah, they've
yeah,
been
I'd say
going
probably
a lot.
10.
Yeah.
but not much more.
Not much more.
Bob Vogt, Andy Vogt,
Oh
Shelby
yeah,
Shaw,
for sure. Shelby for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Reynolds. He's just now lately come down here.
Well, he started doing the TXCTs
Yeah.
down here. So that's what almost 10 years.
Chris Wilson, Harold Moore.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
I mean, Clint. Well, no, he doesn't count. Sam Huckabee. Gerald Pringle.
No, Gerald Pringle for sure.
Yeah, he
That's
got to
30
fish
years.
today. Listen to this. He got to fish an outlaw deal. He was like trying to
The
keep
average
out.
Joes.
Yeah, the average Joe. He was trying. He going like, is that not ridiculous? Like Gerald Pringle, he wanted to. I was like,
Yeah, he won it. Didn't
hell
he
yeah,
won
he
it?
won it.
Yeah.
Of course he won.
Hell yeah, he did. No, I know.
He came in second at Bassmaster Open in Toledo.
Yeah.
Dude, Phil Marsh won it. I mean, Phil Marsh. No, he didn't fish that one. He fished
Bart,
it.
Bart Blaylock. That used to.
Yeah, I know Bart
Yeah, yeah.
real well. He's been here for at least 10.
Yeah, he's at least 10.
Jarrett.
Yeah, Jarrett. Yeah.
Jarrett and Brian.
has,
Because
yeah.
Jarrett won the one with me in 2006. So that's 14 years, and he was fishing before then. He might have
And then-
20.
There's a good list of
I'm telling you, it's more than you think. You
Yeah,
just have to
probably
start
so.
looking at it.
Brady and Scott Dean.
No,
No,
they weren't fishing Rayburn.
I'm just looking.
I mean, they've been
Texas
fishing
Trail.
that long, just not Rayburn.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to count them for the. Well, they're down here again. They're fishing this thing.
No, this was just Texas Team Trail.
Yeah, the Texas Team Trail don't count. We're kind of talking more or less.
Scooter Clark. Who
Well, yeah,
was his old partner?
Darren Roberts.
No, not
Before
him.
then,
Before then.
not Burgay.
Well, then you had Burgay too.
Yeah.
But his Hughes, Lance Hughes.
Lance Hughes.
He
Oh,
fishes with Shelby
then-
some,
then,
but he did. Now they.
And the guys that, God dang it, he's still around. Russell and I talked to him the other day. He's been. Let me think of his name here a second.
Here's one that definitely has been fishing. Melvin Dunn, James Davis. They've been fishing for
Dude, it's a
long
lot
time.
more. You keep on adding them up, man. Whatchamacallit, Ed Milton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll be in this event, but I mean,
Yeah.
Victor Hawkins.
Victor Hawkins. Yeah.
Victor.
Old Victor.
It is a bunch when you start naming
Dude,
them
it's
off.
a
ain't it?
bunch.
It is.
I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Sheer amount of people. I mean, just from day one.
Every time I
was
see
day
one of these guys tomorrow, I'm gonna be like looking at him, going, "Yep, you've been here." I almost want to go ask him, like, hey, dude, when did you start? They in there just freaking talking away.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they went in there,
It's not
give
that
each other a
late.
hug. Jim Furr, Brandon Davidson.
Yeah, Furr's been
I don't know if he's been here 10.
close.
He's
He's been close though.
Yeah, he's close. He won a lot, especially.
Dude,
when
he
first got
said
here.
he said Randy Qual. Oh no, Hackney said he saw Randy Qualls
He was here. He parked right next to me. He didn't know it was. He might
at the Bassmaster Open.
Yes.
Yeah.
He parked right next to me in the lot. Well, like one boat over.
I think he got checked.
I think he might have because
I
he
think
hung
he-
12 pounds on day one.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did get checked.
Well,
He's still running a legend.
I asked Hackney what was he. He goes, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he's
figured
like,
it'd be a legend.
yeah, no, he's running a legend.
Yeah.
I got plenty for that one.
Oh man.
That's for a different show.
I'm
Bob vote, Andy vote.
Yeah, you already said that.
Is that okay?
John, I can't.
Scott Burns. Sorry, I had to say it.
Scott.
Yeah, this one, none of this will be on there.
I know. It's so good. That guy's straight goon.
Is that the polka dot?
Who?
He's the
Scott
sports
Burns?
threads that does all the hook sets. Or
Yeah.
I always watch. I watch his
Who's
videos on
Polka Dot?
Facebook.
Polka dot. Polka
Remember he
dot.
has polka dots?
Gosh,
and spell-
dog.
You know who I'm talking about?
God dang! I didn't even know Matsuba
Polka
them
dots
weighed in.
had fingers painted.
And his toes.
Yes.
Matsuba and them actually weighed in on day one with 9 pounds. Why would you even go down there with 9 pounds?
Where?
Texas Team Trail, day one. Then they weighed 25 on day 2 or whatever.
Why
it
would you
was.
even go down there on a non? Yeah, good point.
Like for
But
real.
was he in close to end of the year?
Well, he might have been actually.
Yeah, because I think he did good in the first one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then they end up getting second in this last one. But you're not gonna beat freaking Daniels. They average like a top
know.
7.
Yeah, but you didn't know that at the time. Now on day 2, you're gonna weigh in. You never know. You never even know if Danny's even gonna fish.
They had 2 dead ones.
Yeah.
Danny and them did on day
Second.
1.
Oh, day one?
Yes, they did.
Damn, or they would have had 19 something.
Day 2, they had 1785. They had all 5 alive on that one.
1782.
But that was a little